everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking with Nan. I'm gonna put my hair behind my ears. Seems to bother some people. Okay, I've got some cake replacement here in my big bowl. What I'm doing today, I am doing 2 cakes. And one of the cakes, my neighbor, my sweet neighbor, Miss Ingle, her mother passed away, and I'm gonna take a cake down there to them. And just a precious, precious soul. Her mother was just precious. Everybody loved her. And she had 2 daughters, which one was Miss Ingle and her sister. And they are just precious souls, loving souls. And I just want to tell them today how sorry I am that they've lost their mother. That just breaks my heart. Okay, I'm going to put in two. This is what I had in the pantry, and this is Swiss chocolate. It's Duncan Hines Swiss chocolate, and so I'm doubling the recipe. I'm making 2 cakes, okay? One for Pop and one for Miss Ingle. So I will, when I give y'all the recipe, I will cut it in half just for 1 cake, okay? But today I'm going to be doing a double. I'm going to put in, the recipe calls for 16 ounces of sour cream. First of all, I'm going to put in, hang on, what did I do? Here they are. I've got stuff everywhere. Let me put my pans over here. I'm going to put in 2 boxes. Now remember, I'm doubling the recipe. 2 boxes of instant chocolate fudge instant pudding. And this is the 3.9 ounce boxes. Now, I know you're going to hear me say this many times during that I'm doubling this recipe, because if you're just coming on in the middle of it and you don't see what I'm doing, you're going to think, Lord have mercy. She put two of those in a cake, but no, it's 2 cakes I'm doing. So every once in a while, I'm going to remind, just for the people that's coming in late, what I'm doing. So if you're just making 1 cake, you need 1 box of Duncan Hines Swiss chocolate, or any other kind of chocolate that's your favorite. You need 1 box of that, and 1 3.9 ounce box of the chocolate fudge cake pudding, instant pudding. Let me throw all this in the trash can. And this is going to be a big old something to mix, okay? Now, if you're making 1 cake, you make 16 ounces. You put in 16 ounces of sour cream. But where I'm making 2, I'm going to put in 32 ounces. Let me get a little, sorry. Here we go. We're going to put that in there. These are going to be some big cakes. One of these cakes is for Papa. And then I'm going to take one that I've already opened up. This is a 24 ounce. And I don't want to use all it, so I'm just going to measure it right back in the if I'd have realized how much I used. Yep, I'll just use it all, and that'll give me perfect. I'm gonna have to remember to put that on the grocery list, aren't I? Because I am out. And I'm going to put in, I'm going to sling this everywhere. And put in, let me grab my little cloth. Here it is, my little. Put that over here in case I need it. Now I'm going to put in, the recipe calls for 3 eggs, but you know me, I always go one more. So for each cake you're making, I use 4 eggs in this. So I'm going to be putting in a total of 8 eggs. 8 eggs. But if you're making 1 cake, just put 4. Okay? And then I'm going to put in 1 cup of milk. And if you are making 1 cake, you put in 1/2 cup of milk. Now, I'm going to put in 2/3 cup of oil. If you're making it 1 cake, you put in 1/3 cup of oil. Now I'm going to start this off. I'm going to carry it over there. It's a big old cake, and I didn't want to carry my big stand mixer over here today. So I'm going to carry this over to my big stand mixer and get it started. I'm going to start it out on low because there's a lot of stuff in here. And then I'm going to bring it up and let it beat somewhere between 2.5, 3 minutes, okay? So we will be back. While we're waiting on that to beat for a couple of minutes, I'm going to take, remember, if you're doing 1 cake, you do 1 bag of semi-sweet chocolate or whatever kind your favorite chocolate is. I'm going to use, these are the little mini ones, and I'm going to put just a spoonful of flour in there, because that helps keep your, well, I missed it there. I can't see what I'm doing. That keeps you from all your little chocolate chips from going to the top of your cake, and when you flip it over, it don't work. Okay, now I'm going to measure out 2 more cups because I'm doing 2 cakes, okay? I'm putting half, these are the semi-sweet down in here, and the other one I'm doing 2 cups of milk chocolate. Now remember, again, if you're doing one cake, just do 1 bag of your favorite morsels. Now this is just going to be just flipped around a little bit because the flour helps to keep the chocolate chips from going, like I said, to the top of the cake. Maybe you'll have chocolate chips, hopefully, throughout the cake instead of just there. And then, next thing I'm going to do, I thought I had another Bundt pan, but I don't, so I'm going to use the silicone one, and I'm going to coat it with my pan coating. Let's get a little bit, and I'm going to tell you, I have a lot of questions a lot of times. They'll say, Nan, looks like mine is separating. Honey, that's all right. All you have to do is just take your little brush and stir it. Now, I'm going to grease these pans up real quick. I know they say you don't have to put the grease on the silicone one, but last time I've used it 1 time, and I was a little leery and didn't want to take a chance of my cake sticking, so I went ahead and greased it a little bit. Didn't have any trouble. Everything come right out. So you just want to get your cake pan all greased up real good. you can spray it, but there's just a lot of stuff in the spray that I don't really care for. If you look up some of those things, and you know, I'm not going to say that I'm never going to use it, because there's certain times whenever I can't get a brush down in something to get it all coated good. So sometimes we do use a spray, especially with our hands, you know. If we want to spray our hands when we're handling something. Now that one's set aside. I'll do the other one and get the cake mix and we'll move on. Look what a bowl full of batter. Just going to the bottom to make sure everything's all right. Now, 4 cups is what I'm using for two cakes. Okay. Just gonna fold these in. Sometimes I make this cake and I don't use a frosting or an icing on it. I'm still thinking about what I'm going to do. This is a lot of stirring. I get weak. I get weak. Okay, now let me grab me a cloth and wet it, because I know I'm going to need it for my hands. Whew. Okay, here we go. Let's start out here now. I hope I can lift this. Like I've said before. Don't fall out there. I'm going to divide this between the two. Might put some more in that one, and I put a pan under this one because I just don't want it to maybe flow out. And I'll go in my oven, you know. I don't want it to flow out and go in my oven. And I've got my oven preheated to about, wait a minute, where's my rag? I was getting a cramp. My fingers were drawing up. Sorry, gotta stretch them out there a minute. Okay, we're gonna divide the rest of this. Just a little bit more in this one. I'm going to give her the pretty one, whichever one's the prettiest. This is 2 full cakes, isn't it? I heard one of my chocolate chips hit the floor. I'll have to get that up pretty quick. I don't have any doggies in the kitchen, but don't want them to have any chocolate. Got it, and I'm gonna wash my hands. Wash my hands. Ooh, I'm getting a cramp. It's really funny. My fingers don't normally draw, but they're just drawing over. It's usually my legs. Usually in the legs, okay. Let me get that off of there. And we have got everything ready to go into the oven. Okay, we will be back when I decide whether I'm going to put frosting or an icing or glaze on there. I'm telling you, I've made this, and this cake is delicious without any frosting. So I'm gonna just think about it, okay? We'll be back in a little while. Let's make some frosting. I got 1 stick of butter that's been just softened, looky there. And I'm just gonna beat that real good. Now I'm gonna add now remember, if you're doing 1 cake, do 1/4 of a cup of butter. I'm putting 1/2 cup of bacon. I'll show y'all. Just doing some Hershey's cocoa, but y'all can use any brand. I don't want that chocolate all over me. Got my cake still in the oven. It's taking a little bit longer than normal because I've got 2 cakes in the oven at one time. Now I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of vanilla. This is Vanilla Bean King vanilla. And then I'm going to put, remember, you only have to have 1 teaspoon if you're doing 1 cake. And I'm going to put 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. A 1/2 cup. Beat that just a little bit, and then I'm going to put in, and if you're doing 1 cake, use 1/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream. You're just doing 1 cake. Now I'm going to put in 4 cups, start taking in about 4 cups of powdered sugar because I'm doing 2 cakes. I've said that till I've drove myself crazy. I just know some people get so confused. And put just a little bit more. Go ahead and put the whole 4 cups in. I might have to add just a little bit more heavy cream. And I know I'm going to. Let me grab the heavy cream. Hang on a minute. This is one of those things, you just eyeball it, you know. I'm gonna put about a 1/4 of a cup in this 1/2 cup thing. Just a dab bit more. I'm gonna get the rest of it out of there. Just a little bit more. Maybe a tablespoon more. Just a drop or 2 more. So I used about, instead of 1/4 of a cup for one cake, I probably used 1/3 of a cup, maybe just a tad bit more. This is one of those things you just eyeball it. You see the thickness that you think you need. Now, let's see the thickness. Let's see the thickness of this. That's still just a little bit thick. Just a hair bit. Because I don't want it so thick. It's good. I think that'll be enough. Bella, would you like to have a beater?
Me?
Frosting?
Oh, yeah, I will. Just one.
Just one? I don't know. Take a bite. You might want 2.
Just the one.
One will do.
So good.
I'm saving this one for me. Okay, give Bella a beater. Okay. Let me grab my little cloth. And squeeze the water out of it. And in just a few minutes, our cake will be out and we're gonna let them cool. Goodness gracious, that powder goes everywhere, doesn't it? I'll clean that up in a minute. Okay. We'll wait on the cakes and we'll be ready in a few minutes. Okay. I've took both cakes out. The other one's outside on the handrail cooling because it's so cold outside. I said I need to cool these. I don't need to wait so long. So, I'm gonna go ahead and put some frosting on this one. This one's cool enough. I never do like to put icing on a cake like this. Some people might just think that's the easiest thing. But I don't like it. I'd just about rather do a ganache or something like that to where I could just pour it over it. Both cakes come out totally clean. So we're going to put some chocolate on this one. And I will be back and show you all what this thing looks like when it's totally done, okay? Okay, whoo-wee. I'm as tired as a junkyard dog. I'm putting just a few more little yummy yummies on here. And then I'm telling you, I took these outside and set them on that cold porch on the handrail so I could get them to cool down fast enough. And just wanted to show you all. They're beautiful cakes. Both of them came out wonderful and had plenty enough icing. In fact, there's a little extra in there. And I just hate to ice in a cake. I really do. I don't know what that is. Piece of plastic. That wouldn't have been pretty, would it? Let me put just a little bit of there we go. Okay, and then I'm going to put the lids on these and I'm going to take them back outside and I'm going to let them cool completely outside where it's nice and cool. And just hope y'all get a chance to make you one. Smells so good in my house. There's nothing better than a nice slice of cake. And I will be taking this one of them down to Miss Ingles tonight and dropping it off, and maybe they can enjoy it tomorrow or something. But just want to tell y'all I love you. Appreciate you taking your time to be with me while I bake and cook and everything. I do appreciate that so very much. I did a video a couple of days ago and it was on a salad, and had so many people say, Nan, I've missed you. Where have you been? And I was like, oh my goodness, honey, I'm here. And they said, well, we're not seeing you. And I was like, oh no. I don't know if it's something that is going on. I don't know, but I just know that I'm here, and I hope if you get to see this video, you understand that I'm here about 6 days a week. And just want y'all to know I love you and that I'm here, and appreciate, I don't take for granted how you all watch and you support me. I really appreciate that. It means the world to me. And I want you to know that the good Lord loves you so much more even than I do. And isn't it wonderful to know that we are so blessed that we have a God that loves us enough to die, to give his life on Calvary so that we could be forgiven and we could be with him in heaven. Ain't that something? Ain't that something that we got a God like that? So listen, I'm going to go. I hope y'all get a chance to make you a cake like this. Be sure and send me a picture and tell me about what you made. And I will see you all next time. I wished you could smell. Like I said before, I wished you had smell-o-vision. It smells so wonderful and chocolatey in my house. So I'm going to go. And I will see y'all next time, Lord willing, okay? I'm going to get these covered and get them outside to cool. I'm not going to cut anything yet. Okay? See y'all next time. Bye-bye.